Hello and welcome to Phasmophobia. The newest update is going to be coming out very soon, version 9, and that is going to wipe money, levels, store, all your items, all your progress is going to be reset. However, they have gone ahead and told us that we will be rewarded for the level that we reach before the wipe. So I'm level 2000. We don't know the milestones yet, but basically they said get as many levels as you can before we wipe. There's going to be cool rewards that are exclusive to prior to the wipe. So I'm going to show you a way to get a lot of money, a lot of experience very quickly in a pretty fun way. You can do this in single player or multiplayer. I'll show you tweaks to both. We're going to be using the custom difficulty, and we're also going to be playing on sunny meadows. So custom difficulty is also going to be changed. So this is very limited time to be able to do this, to make money, to get levels, to grind this out before they change it in version 9. Right. So in the custom difficulty, we'll go ahead and click this here. Starting sanity is going to be 0%. 0 if you're single player. If you're duo, you can do 50. If you're 3 or 4, you should just do 100. You're still doing 10 times the reward, which is more than 2.5 times Nightmare. So you're making a ton of money off this. I'm going to leave it for 0 because, like I said, I'm doing single player. Sanity pills restore 50%. This is very important because we're going to be using the board to figure out where the ghost is, and that's going to chunk away 50% immediately. So we're just going to use the pills to recover that very quickly. Sanity drain 200%. This won't matter at all. Sprint is going to be on. I like it on. I prefer it on. This is not the most money you can make in a run. However, it's very quick, and I'd rather get more rounds in at a cheaper rate than a fewer rounds at a higher rate. That's just how I like to play. You can turn this off, and you can go for that bronze apocalyptic trophy, though. Sprint duration, we're going to leave all that. Player speed, 100%. Flashlights off. We've already adjusted for that, and I'll show you how. We don't need flashlights at all. Lose items, obviously it's on. Ghost speed, 150%. Because if this thing hunts, we're dead. You're not going to run from this thing. But that's part of the stakes here. Roaming frequency, high. Doesn't matter. What does matter, changing favorite room. We're going to set that to never, because when we ask where it is, we want to know where it is, and we want to know where it's staying so we can figure it out so we can get out. Interaction amount low. Event frequency low. All this stuff is just to maximize money. Friendly goes off. Grace period 0. Like I said, if it hunts, we're dead. Hunt duration high. Kills extend. That doesn't do anything, so leave it off. Evidence is given 3. So this is not Nightmare. This is custom. We're going to be getting all 3 evidences. We're going to walk out of here knowing what ghost it is 80% of the time. Fingerprints, 100%, 15 seconds. Just prefer that. It's more money. Setup time 0. Weather, heavy rain, doesn't matter. Medium. Doors open, medium. High doesn't do anything. Number of hiding places is 0 because, like I said, we're not going to be doing it. It shouldn't hunt at all. I'll leave the sanity monitor on. However, I usually turn it off for 12.5 times. I'll leave it on just to show you how this works. Activity monitor off. Broken fuse box. Curse possession 1, and it's going to be the Ouija board every single time. Apply. We're going to Sunny Meadows. The other bonus is that you can do this with pretty minimal stuff. I'm going to be bringing just what I usually bring solo, but you can do it with like half this stuff, not even. So we'll jump straight into this, and I'll do one to kind of explain how this works, what you're doing, why you're doing it. But I mean, I've done these in like 5 minutes, and the average I would say is closer to 7. So immediately we're going to go ahead and take 2 pills. 50, 100%. So now we're at 100% sanity, because remember we started at 0 and these are worth 50. We're going to take the other 2, and I usually take a photo cam. However, I think it's actually better to take the EMF. I'm just a creature of habit, so I'll take EMF this time, show you what's up. We have gone ahead and boosted our brightness all the way up. This is why we don't need a flashlight. It's fairly bright. We can kind of see what's going on. I hope it's not too dark for the video, but if you get in game, you'll be able to see things just fine. So we're going to immediately run straight in, basically holding shift this entire time. We're going to run straight into the chapel where the board is, and we're going to go ahead and use it to find out where the ghost is. So we're going to check this down. We're going to get it set up, have our pill. Where are you? Excellent. Where are you? Boom! Okay, so EMF 2. If we get EMF 5, we can pretty much... that's one of our evidences for free, and we don't even have to go to the ghost room. So he's in the hospital wing. So this is one of the unfortunate times that it's not in its room right now. It cannot be in the wing. Where's the bone? We're also going to ask where the bone is. That's our other 50%. Where's the bone? When using the board, food storage. Okay. When using the board, it's very clear that you speak clearly. It's also clear there's like a delay sometimes. If you hold down your push to talk and you release it as you finish talking, you want to hold it a bit longer so that it can like register. It's like a walkie-talkie. You got to hold it down, talk, hold it down, stop. Stop talking, hold it down still, if that makes sense. Goodbye. Thank you. Okay, so we are going to the hospital wing. So this is actually good because I'll show you how we do this when it's not in its room right now, which is kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. I still have this. I don't want it. Right, so first trip in, we're going to be bringing in the camera. That is because we want to be able to look for orbs. And this will also be helpful if it gives us the hospital wing, which is going to be downstairs to the left. So if you don't know, I would recommend pulling up a map. However, that board right there is a map that you can look at if you don't know where these things are. We'll actually double check where the food store is because I know it's in the back by the kitchen, but I can't remember which room. So we'll come downstairs, we'll hang a left, and we'll get going this way. So it's in the hospital wing, which is this door here, this big hallway. Now the ghost, I've never seen the ghost in the hallway. It's always in one of these rooms, but it's wandered out. And that's the downside of the board. The mirror is going to show you exactly where the ghost room is. The board is going to tell you where the ghost is at the time. So none of these doors are open. However, this one is. So I'm going to say it's probably this room. We do have doors set to medium open. However, none of these other doors are open except for the morgue way down. So either of those could be our room. A lot of times, like this door was cracked, this door will also be opened, and you can tell it's one of these two rooms. Sometimes they'll wander out and go right into the room next door. So we're going to check this one first. Orbs are usually pretty quick to find. Sometimes I'll double check if I don't see them. I don't see them. So we'll go check the morgue real quick. But like I said, this is not the end of the world. I would say the only end of the world. Well, so both of these are open, so maybe this one's it. I would say the end of the world is getting the courtyard. I pretty much leave as soon as that's freezing, so it's definitely this room. Nice. So we have freezing already. And, yep. And it's not looking like orbs. So, always good to double check, but we will... Interesting. That was an event. We'll get dots down because it's really important to get that down pretty early. We can always check on here. If we see dots on the camera and not in real life, we know it's a Goryo. The book can also take some time. So we'll get that down and we'll head on out of here. So I would say about 80% of the time you'll get all the evidence. The two evidences that are sometimes hard to find are EMF 5 and book. If you're here for more than 10 minutes, leave and guess. Do your best, guess, figure out what it is, but don't stay longer than 10 minutes. These games should be 8, 9 max. I've gotten stuck here doing one for 30 minutes, and it just would not give the third evidence, and it's just not worth it. It's better to just re-roll and go again. But yeah, you don't have to re-roll if it gives you a wing. If it gives you the female, male wing, whatever, you can usually figure out the room, even with the doors being set to open medium, or like most of the time. So, we know it's in the morgue. We know it's freezing. We got to bring in more evidence stuff. This should be our last trip to the van. We're going to bring spirit box, EMF, and camera. We are not taking UV. I like to have the EMF in my hand because if it's a djinn or a wraith or a phantom or whatever, it likes to come to us. We'll be able to tell that from here. So like if it's a wraith and it TPs, we'll get EMF 2 and it'll be like, whoa, why did we get that? That's weird. So it's just another way to kind of min-max what we're doing here. Get out of here as fast as possible. So we have EMF. We're gonna be able to figure out a lot of stuff on this room trip here because we have the EMF, we have the spirit box, we have the dots up. We already know it's freezing, but we can check for freezing while we're asking on the box. There's just so much that we can do with these two trips, and that's it. Like it's insane with the third evidence. It's really bonkers. So first thing, I'm going to slap this right here in the middle of the two doors. We're going to check the book. Book's not been touched. Cool. Where are you? Do you like feet? Do you like toes? Are you here? Are you ugly? Are you tall? Are you short? Why are you here? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Are you tall? Are you ugly? Do you like trash? Are you in here because of the dead bodies? What's up? Okay, goodbye. We'll double check that. But first, let's go ahead and double check orbs. Doesn't look like anything. Definitely freezing. Okay, so now we have this in the middle. We can check this door, both light switches. We're going to be looking for fingerprints. Also EMF, obviously. Can you give me a sign? Always helpful to ask for a sign. Sometimes they respond, sometimes they don't. A lot of people like the doors open or shut so they can hear but also see which door is being maneuvered. Can you give me a sign? I will say the only ghosts that you will die to from a hunt should be Fae and Demon. Sometimes Yokai. Other than that, you're pretty much set. Faes like to hunt because they're more powerful early in the game, and demons are just extremely violent and will hunt you down and your children and your children's children. We'll watch dots for a second. Like I said, with the spirit box, we can be watching dots. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? We also can be watching for freezing. Where are you? Are you ugly? Do you like flies? Why are you here? We're also looking for the book. Hi, how are you? Are you here? Do you like women? Do you like men? Are you here? Are you ugly? Are you short? Are you tall? Are you here? Why are you here? Why are you here? This room is disgusting. Clean up after yourself? Disgusting. Alright. Nothing! Can you give me a sign? Getting a whole lot of jack diddles. Usually, we can start ruling things out by now. Well, we know it's not orbs. Doesn't look like dots. We haven't had enough EMF. I'll check spirit box one more time. We really need a door touch or light touch. Can you give me a sign? Sound like it threw something? EMF 3. So, what? Touch something else? Maybe not really, but still. These things will turn on. It's kind of gross. This room is disgusting. Can you give me a sign? We will chill. The camera looking for dots has a timer right on it. Threw something again. Did it? EMF 5. Sweet. Blood. I don't know how that's blood, but it is. Right. So, this is not Nightmare. We should be able to find the third evidence. However, if we can't, that's fine too. So, it's not a shade. It's doing too much to be a shade. Can you give me a sign? Can it be writing? Probably not. Spirit box or fingies is what we're down to. Can you give me a sign? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you short? Are you here? Are you tall? Why are you here? Are you ugly? Okay. So I'm not getting spirit box at all. I am thinking it's a djinn. Obviously, I'd like to confirm with a door touch or a light switch touch. Can you give me a sign? However, whoa. My guy. So we're going to take a picture for the interaction. We're also going to take a picture for the fingerprints. We're going to double check. Boom, there it is. We know it's a djinn, and we can leave. So, again, perfect pictures don't matter. You don't have to get all 3 stars. So if we were to take those 2 pictures, that's why we brought this in and not the UV. We brought the photo cam in to A, get a few pictures, and B, to test for fingies without using the UV. I just prefer that way. You can bring in the UV light if you'd like. You can go for perfect pictures. You'll make a lot more money. I would say if you're doing this with more than 2 people, or maybe even 2 people, go for the objectives, go for the perfect pictures, because that investigation bonus will put you well over $2,000 for this run. Without it, you're looking at like $1,500 every time. So the bone is in the food store, which is 15, which is all the way out back. Yeah, I think it's out back on the left. So that's where we're headed. So at this point, we are pretty much safe. We're a whole floor above the ghost. We're going way out back. I don't think it's going to find us, even if it hunts. However, it probably shouldn't hunt anyways because our sanity is still pretty high, even though the 200% speed and being in the ghost from that time. And I think we had a ghost event. The bone can sometimes be difficult to find. You could bring a UV torch or a glow stick, or even the camera and night vision mode just to be able to see the floor. The long, thin ones are hard to see unless you're looking directly down at them. They're really easy to miss on this textured floor. But yeah, that's basically it. I'll go check the sanity in the truck just so that we can like show you that there was no risk of a hunt pretty much at all. And yeah, and then we'll get a few more dollars using the board real quick. It's just something I like to do on the way out. Usually I have a photo cam right here. Yeah, this is also a good way to test if it's a Thay, which it obviously was not. But we're at 70%. So again, the only thing that could really hurt us here is a Thay or a demon, or maybe a yokai. I think I've only been killed doing this with a Thay and a demon. How old are you? How old are you? Man, this thing really does not want to respond. How old? Oh, thank you. How old are you? How old are you? How old are you? This is only 5% sanity every time. How old are you? How old are you? And even if it hunted, we're totally fine. How old are you? Sweet. And I'm not going back in, so heck your goodbye. Even with that, we are down to 36. Totally fine. And we're leaving. Did we get any objectives? We got one. Well, we got two. That's massive. We definitely could have gotten the parabolic mic. And we also had perfect pictures because it was fingerprints. So we could have done that, but we still should get a hefty chunk of change. 1,900. Holy. So this 5 for this objective times 12, you're getting a lot. Correct Ghost obviously is really good, and the bone is a couple hundred itself. Insane. So we'll go back and we'll just try to do a speed run, but this one was a bit longer at 12 minutes. I guess 10 is we're in there for a long time, but 10 is maybe don't leave at 10, maybe leave at 15, because sometimes it takes time. I mean, however, we were already at the point where it was looking like it was a gin. I'm gonna take a photo cam, gonna go ahead and grab both pills, putting us up to 100, and we're going straight into the board. Again, if you have 2 people, like, you shouldn't have to go back to the truck more than once. And I've played with 2 people. We have a whole strategy of how we, again, min-max the speeds and blah, blah, blah. And we pull up maps and we don't have to check the board and we can just go, go, go. And it's great. Where are you? Where are you? It's also not helping that this isn't responding. Where are you? If that happens with 2 people, sometimes we've had that one person can ask where it is and then cannot ask where the bone is. So just have one of you ask where it is and one of you ask where the bone is. So this is going to be in restricted room 4. Where's the bone? Bakehouse? Goodbye. Nice. All right, so we're headed to restricted room 4 for the ghost and the bakehouse for the bone. Again, we're going to go ahead and take the cam, the dots, and the book. And we want to get this done as fast as possible. Restricted room is bottom right wing. Bakehouse, ooh, where's the bakehouse? In the back by the kitchen somewhere. I think, oh, yeah, it's the one with the potato. Okay, I think I know which one that is. Front right in the kitchen. But, yeah. So, we'll see how fast we can do this. Like I said, I've done this in like 5 minutes. And it's insane. You get 1,500 in 5 minutes. So good. It's going to be heck, one of the only doors that you have to pull. It's going to be wild when they change. Oh, this one's not pull. It's going to be wild when they change how to level up and how to earn money and prestiging and all that crazy stuff. I'm really excited. But at the same time, I wish I knew how high we needed to get the cool stuff, you know. So this is number 4. Nothing I can do about the door touch right now. I don't see orbs. That was a second door touch. Crazy. Yeah, so I don't see orbs. I'm going to go ahead and rule that out right now. We will always double check. Double checking. No harm in that. Takes a few seconds. But we want to get the stuff in, drop it, and head back out. Because again, we're going for speed. And you could do this while walking. You would get an extra like 3.5%. However, I just like to feel like I'm zooming. Maybe that's why I like playing crouch most of the time too. That's a bad habit. I'm sure it's bothering people watching. But I'm so used to it. I prefer it. I don't know. It's weird. You definitely seem faster. You're not actually faster. There's no buff to crouch running. It just looks super wonky and funny. So again, I could have turned this off for an extra 10%, but whatever. We are fine. Headed back in and back down. So yeah, the insanity mode is going to be bonkers with only one evidence. Sometimes I'm kind of butt at nightmare because I've been playing this so much, getting all 3 evidence. You don't have to try, you don't have to guess, you just know what the ghost is. It's like professional, but 3 times the money, 4 times the money. And like I said, it's fun to do with friends. It's a nice little challenge. And it's the best way to grind money and XP in my opinion. We're back. See how the double doors are open? That's a good tell. EMF 5. Door touch. I know I just did that wrong. So it is not fingies. It's not that, and it's not that. Cool. Oh my gosh. We'll go ahead and double check fingies because we have the photos. Still not fingies. Cool. So it's 100% not fingies. It'd be crazy if it was an Obake and he did that to me. I'm gonna leave that here. Check the book. Where are you? Are you ugly? Are you tall? Are you here? Yeah, you are. So we have Spirit Box and we have EMF 5. Spirit, Wraith, Twins. Ooh, could be twins. Could be twins. Could be twins because we had the door touches. Not too far apart, but yeah. So it is already... I don't think it's freezing. And we'll watch dots for a few seconds here. I like doing it with the camera just so I can see the timer. And also it's a good habit to have for the Goryo. But yeah, we'll chill. This is also a good way to double check for breath. It's really easy to see with the dots, and also we're standing one place so we won't miss the cloud coming out of our face. Go ahead and take that last picture. EMF 5. It's got a lot of door touches in it. Too bad Obakes don't do that for me. Alright. I believe if you're in the ghost room with the dots down, it should be like every 30 seconds or so it should do something with the dots. Woo! I was ready to die and I don't know why. We could also test Wraith with salt. However, I'm a firm believer of we don't have to go back to the van. Yeah, dude. You're hecka active, my guy. Right. I'm going to place... Ooh, I would place this outside. But I think that he's been touching the door too much and he might shut it. Right. We're leaving. That's it. That's all my time. We're out. It's not looking like dots. It is looking like book, which would be the spirit. Most common ghost in the game, allegedly. I don't know. We'll double check. Hopefully we can see that on the camera, but we're going to head up and go get the bone anyways. So we'll be in here for a bit longer. We have had 2 ghost events, and sometimes the evidence is slower to find than others, but yeah. We're headed to the bakehouse. The bakehouse for the bone. And I'm crouched again by habit. So the bakehouse is back here. Again, you could pull up a map. You could use the map in the front. Or you just explore for the bone. I don't know why you do that. Because again, we're doing this for speed. We're doing this for money. Money, money, money. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the bakehouse is this one. With all the ovens. Here. And there it is. The skull. Really easy to find the skull. And the rib cage and spine. But yeah. I think it'd be really cool if they had like a 1 in 100 or whatever chance to find a whole skeleton. I was talking to somebody about that, and I think that'd be sick. Maybe it wouldn't count for like your trophies in your lobby, but it would be cool to see a full skeleton. That would be awesome. So at this point, we could go down and double check the book. We could double check dots and all that. We can also go back to the van and double check dots. And we can double check the book. Hopefully, we can see it from here. The easiest way to tell is to see if the pen's still on it. How old are you? How old are you? Goodbye. Right. I don't think I'm coming back in, but I'll say goodbye anyways. I think we're just going to hardcore guess because, again, I want to just re-roll and just go again. Oh my gosh, the stupid toggle mouse. I can't see the pen. It's on the other side. Hecking heck. What are the odds of that? That's so silly. Alright, well, I don't think it's dots. I think it has to be a spirit. Yeah, I'm pretty confident with that. We out. Did we do any objectives? We did one. So, extra, what, like 65 bucks or something? Not bad at all. 62 or something. Here we go. Hey, we got it. 1700. Not bad. So again, it's pretty fun. You can grind a bunch of it. How long was that one? A bit longer. 8 minutes. Not bad. Not bad. 20 minutes. We got almost $4,000. 4,000 XP. That's 40 levels, guys. It's insane. So do this before it's gone, before they wipe the levels, before they reset the money, all that good stuff. That's my little trade secret. There's other people who have done similar things to this. I'm not taking full credit. This is just the settings that I chose, and I want to make a video on it. Anyways, thank you so much for watching till the very end. It means a lot to me. Hope you enjoyed. Until next time, God bless, and stay hydrated.